Hey there, future legal eagles. Today let's dive into a topic that's crucial for both bankers and customers alike. The termination of a banker-customer relationship. Now this might seem straightforward, but there's a lot more to it than you might think, so let's break it down together. First up, let's talk about termination by the parties involved. If the customer and the bank mutually agree to close the account, it's pretty simple. If the account is in credit, meaning it has money in it, the customer can close it by demanding payment. On the flip side, if the account is overdrawn, the customer needs to repay the overdrawn amount to close it. But what if one side wants to close the account without the other's agreement? This is known as a unilateral contract termination. In this scenario, the bank must give reasonable notice to the customer. For example, the bank might demand repayment of any balance due. A key case to remember here is Ng Chung Kiat v. Overseas Union Bank 1984-2 MLJ 140. In this case, the customer had a small balance of RM 4.85 in their account. The bank closed the account, but did not give written notice. The customer later deposited RM 3 200 and issued checks for RM 1 600 and RM 582.50, which were dishonored with the reason account closed. The court held that the bank had a duty to honor the checks and must give written notice before closing the account. Now let's move on to termination by operation of law. There are a few ways this can happen. First, by notice of death. When a customer passes away, notice of their death terminates the relationship between the bank and the customer. The account will be frozen until it is managed by an executor or administrator. Verification of the grant of probate or letters of administration is required here. Other instances include notice of bankruptcy or winding up, and notice of mental incapacity. These notices can also lead to the termination of the bank-customer relationship. For mental incapacity, it's crucial to determine whether the mental health issue was present when the account was opened or if it developed later. So, there you have it. A quick overview of how and why a bank account can be closed, whether by mutual agreement, unilateral decision, or operation of law. Understanding these nuances is vital, especially if you aim to specialize in banking law. Thanks for tuning in, and remember, knowledge is power. Keep studying, and I'll catch you in the next one. Stay sharp, future legal eagles.